Howdy there, welcome back to the channel. My name's Evan, or EJ, you can call me either one. And today's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I'm just going to be talking about some of the trailers that came out this week. So let's just get right into it. So I'm going to start this list off by talking about, not list, it's not a list, but I'm going to start this video off by talking about the Secret Invasion trailer that just dropped. And first I want to say, I've never read the Secret Invasion comics, but this show looks great. Like, first of all, I'm happy that Samuel L. Jackson's actually getting a solo project in the MCU because it's Samuel L. Jackson this entire time. He's never just had one project that he actually like led, so I'm glad that that's finally happening. I'm happy to see a lot of the characters return, like Maria Hill, Talos, Amelia Clark's making her MCU debut in the show, so that's really cool. I also like from the trailers, I really like the tone that it's giving off, and I really hope the show actually sticks with it because it gives me like Winter Soldier, like Civil War vibes. And those are two of my favorite MCU movies. And like, it's no secret that the MCU has, one of the main like criticisms of it is that it gets too jokey. It kind of ruins the serious moments with too much jokes, and I agree with that to an extent. So I really hope the show stays serious, like the way the trailers are. I really, really hope that it keeps this tone throughout. But other than that, I think the show looks really great. I don't know who the villain is. I mean, I assume it's this guy, but I don't know who this character is. So that's what I mean. But yeah, I'm very excited for the show. I think this looks great. Okay, next up we have the Blue Beetle trailer. So Blue Beetle is one of the movies out of this like last like little slate of movies that the DCEU has coming out that I've been the most excited for. Just because I really like Blue Beetle, I think he's a cool character, and those set photos, like the suit looked amazing. So I've been really rooting for this movie, and I think the trailer looked like a lot of fun. I'm very excited for this movie still. I've seen a lot of people say it looks like a straight to streaming movie or like the CGI is bad. One, it was meant to be a straight to streaming movie, but they moved it to theaters, and also the CGI is definitely not bad. I don't know what you're on, but that looks fine to me. Um, I think the suit still looks amazing. Like, I love how you can see like the helmet moving when he talks or like emotes. I like that you can still like see him emoting and it's not just like a plain just helmet that doesn't move at all. I love that. I really Oh yeah, that shot where they're in like that cave or like lab or whatever it is where you can see the other two Blue Beetle suits in the background. That Ted Cord suit looks great. It's kind of blurry, so I can't like see the textures on it or anything. But from what we actually saw, that Ted Cord suit looked really good. So I hope at some point they use that. I don't know if they will. Um, let's see. Jolo Maraduena, I hope I said that right, but I probably didn't. Looks really great as Jaime Reyes. I'm very excited for him. I really like that casting. So I really hope that he's one of the things that gets to continue into James Gunn's new DCEU. Uh, it's up. Everyone's unsure whether or not this is already part of the new DCU or it's the old DCEU. Like, we're kind of in like an uncertain area with certain projects, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I really hope that he gets to continue on into the new stuff. Was surprised to learn that George Lopez is in this movie. That kind of came out of nowhere, but that's I don't really have a lot to say about that. Um, oh yeah, I guess Susan Sarandon's playing the villain. I don't know. I think she's playing like Ted Cord's sister or something like that, or a Cord at least. She's playing someone in the Cord family. I don't really know anything about the character. I don't really have any experience with her, but I'm sure she'll be great. Um, Sorry, my cat just was doing something weird. This movie gives me like, I know a lot of people don't like when you compare Marvel and DC, but the some of the trailer kind of gives me like first movie Iron Man vibes, and that's a good thing. I really like that. Uh, so I'm very excited for this. I think it's gonna be really fun, and I just think it's gonna be a really good movie. Okay, now it's time to talk about the big Kahuna. The second Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer. And I just want to start this off by saying I feel like I say this every time I talk about the Spider-Verse movies, but still, the animation still looks incredible. I love the way these movies look. But outside of that, uh, I'm having trouble remembering a ton of the first trailer for some reason, but this trailer is great. I thought this was like so good. First of all, showing that Miles like being Spider-Man is causing him to have some troubles in his personal life. Like he's not doing the best in Spanish. He's late to parties and stuff, and his parents are noticing that. I've always really liked that aspect of like the Spider-Man stuff. So I'm glad that we're seeing it with Miles now in this movie. So I think that's going to be interesting to see and how that all plays out. We get our first look, well, not our first look, but our first look in a trailer or any kind of video of the Spot in this movie. And once again, I am so happy that the Spot's in this movie because he's such a goofy Spider-Man villain, and I love that he's getting to be in like a theatrical release. I think that's so cool. Um, okay, so let's talk about those like the lobby of Spider-Man and stuff. So it seems like our main Spider people for this movie are Miles, Gwen, Peter B. Parker, and Miguel O'Hara. Oh, and Mayday Parker, I guess, but I don't know if she counts because it seems like she's not going to be able to even talk or anything yet because she's a baby. But I think those are like the main ones that we're going to be following for most of it. Uh, Miguel, for some reason, has beef with this teenage. It seems like Miles like wants to be Spider-Man, but then also not have to have to do the thing that pretty much every Spider person does and have one of their family members die, and he wants to try to stop that, but then all the other Spider people, specifically Miguel, are like you can't just do that. Every Spider-Man kind of has to do this, and I'm kind. That's kind of interesting. Like I'm curious to see how that's all gonna play out. Also, there's the shot in the trailer of Miles' dad like falling from this big height. I don't think he's gonna die there. I think that's kind of a bait and switch. It's probably gonna be Miles' mom that dies if anyone does. Wasn't there something else I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, Miguel O'Hara references Spider-Man: No Way Home when he says Doctor Strange and that little nerd from Earth 19999. I can't remember how many nines it is, but the MCU. He references the MCU Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, which I think is really fun. Both because it, this is the first time the MCU's been referenced in the Spider-Verse movies, but also Oscar Isaac, who's playing Spider-Man 2099, is in that universe. He plays Moon Knight in the MCU, so I think that whole thing is like a little fun reference. I like that. Um, we see so many Spider people in this trailer. Like we see Spider-Man PS4, which I'm a little worried about, but I'll go into that later. We see, I believe, the Iron Spider, but I can't remember exactly. Oh, I forgot when I was talking about the main Spider-Man people. Jessica Drew's in this. She's probably going to be part of the main cast too, and Spider-Punk. I forgot about a few of them. Sorry. Um, I really like that they're using that "What's Up Danger" song from the first movie for this. I didn't think that they would, bring that song back, but I'm really glad that they're using it in the trailer for this. I don't think it'll show up anywhere in the movie, but I'm probably wrong. I usually am with stuff like that, so I think that's really cool. I also like that Peter B. Parker actually has like a kid in this, and he's actually like a family man because that's not something you get to see super often these days, especially in the comics. Because Marvel is so afraid to just let that dude be happy and just have a family. Every single time it happens, they take it away. Every single time. But Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that in a theatrical movie. We've never seen Peter have kids, so I think I'm really glad that that's happening here. It's something a little bit different. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot the spider. They do the Spider-Man pointing meme in the trailer. This is like, let's see. I think they did it in the first movie too, in the post-credit scene with 2099. Then No Way Home did it, and now we're here again. And I know it's just kind of like I shouldn't still love seeing them do it at this point, but I do. I think it's a lot of fun that they include that. I just think this movie is going to be great because the first one is like one of the best comic book movies of all time, in my opinion. I think the animation looks great, the voice cast is great. I'm so excited for this movie. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year, so I'm very excited for this. Sorry if this seemed very rambly. I'm kind of recording in a hurry here, and I just woke up. I'm tired, so this video might end up being really all over the place, and my thoughts might not be conveyed very clearly. So sorry about that if that is the case. And that'll do it for the trailers we got this week. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications if you don't want to miss any of my future uploads. I usually upload every Sunday. Um, that's about all I've got for you today. See ya.